we'll go over to the AFC East. This is another one where I feel like the schedule plays a huge factor. Now, this division has just two awful teams. So the Jets suck. The Dolphins are literally trying to rebuild. Shout out to Malik Willis for getting paid. Now you get to live in Miami. I don't have a ton to talk about them. Miami just took, excuse me, the largest cap hit in NFL history. That's obviously Tua's contract. Hilarious because you see the before and after of like Tua at practice after he signed, and now Tua at a look, Falcons social media team is all I'm gonna say. Stop posting like Tua's practice. No, but he's throwing the ball on the ground. Like he's throwing the ball on the ground. Like I haven't seen this. They haven't posted a completion. Like they just keep throwing like this nigga like running away for 2 steps and throwing that bitch in the dirt. I'm like, why are you letting this out?
That's sabotage. They don't want him there either.
So those two teams, the Jets, again, you just need more talent. You're rolling with Geno Smith in 2026. Garrett Wilson, I'm glad you got paid. It's gonna be rough for both of those two.
Geno Smith gonna be ass.
Look, man.
I'm glad he was able to kind of turn his career around and get some checks.
Yeah, like get paid, and now.
But they drafted. Who did they draft? They drafted a rookie, right?
Who did the Jets just draft? They got
K. Klubnik, I think. Which their future quarterback is not on the roster. That we do know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fact. The Patriots and Bills. I'm not near. Again, I think the fair opinion on Josh Allen is he's a great quarterback. He is a top 2 quarterback. He is. I haven't said if you want to say he's number 1 until we see Mahomes post the ACL or like play again. Fine. I don't think he's better than Mahomes, obviously, but if you want to use the injury as a disclaimer, sure. Besides that, I don't know what we really love about Buffalo. Like, Deion Dawkins is still a great left tackle. Cool. I think DJ Moore is a good receiver. They obviously picked him up. But, like, defensively, this team, I think them and the Chargers, nobody is really discussing the fact that, like, you lost even if you don't think Sean McDermott is a great head coach, like, you lost a great defensive coordinator. He gave Josh multiple top 5 defenses. So I think the defense is going to take a step back. You hired Joe Brady, which I guess, like, when you hire a guy because he's already on your staff, and it's not like he was a guy that other teams are really trying super hard to get. It wasn't like had the Lions, and I get it, Dan Campbell's a great coach, they weren't going to fire him. But, like, if let's say the Lions were like, all right, damn, we're going to hire Ben because he's on the staff, and it's like he's obviously a wanted coach, cool, that makes sense. When you hire the nigga and it was like nobody was trying to fight you to get him off your staff, I'm not crazy about it.
Not even just that, but I guess it's also interesting, like, because was Joe Brady calling the plays?
He was the OC.
Yes.
Yeah. He was the player.
So he gonna still be calling the plays now. Now you just need to find somebody to run the defense.
Correct. And so it's like,
so it's almost like, I mean, which granted, I guess if you were losing Sean McDermott, like at this point, you had to either hire Joe Brady or lose your head coach who was calling the defense, I'm assuming, and lose your offensive coordinator because he wanted to be a head coach. So you almost kind of had to hire him because either we hire him or that nigga go somewhere else. Even if he don't head coach, he go to be an OC somewhere else.
No, that's a fact. Joe was probably going to be an OC somewhere, which, again, a lateral move, fine. But it's like, they got Jim Leonard now because they took Jim Leonard off Denver's staff.
They did get Jim Leonard.
But I'm saying losing both probably sends you into, I won't say a rebuild because of the players they got, but it'll probably put you in a real bad spot.
I just don't know what, like, again, one of like the things I've been talking about the last couple of weeks is I'm like, we're at that age now because like the core 4 quarterbacks who are all 30 or 31 now, like, so Lamar, Joe, Josh, and Mahomes, like, somebody isn't winning. Like, Mahomes has already obviously won. Somebody's not winning. And I think there just needs to be more when it comes to Josh Allen in this next set of his career. And to me, I think Josh is going to play the least out of all of them. Because, I don't think you can play Josh Allen's style as long as he wants to, because him and Lamar both run, but Josh runs like Cam, which is he runs into niggas, and he's not afraid of it. Y'all remember the fucking opening game against the Rams like 2 years ago? And this nigga, or it was like Aaron Donald's last year, and he ran head first into fucking Aaron Donald, let him throw his ass, and I'm just like, all right, bro, you gotta chill. So, do I think I'm not crazy about New England, but I do think New England, both their schedule and I like the A.J. Brown edition, like I think they're going to still be really good. They're obviously in that same class I talked about the Jaguars in the AFC South. Like, hey, you did it 1 year, let's see you do it again. But I like New England this year more than I like Buffalo, even if Josh is the best player in that division. So, that's my AFC East deep dive. One of these two teams might go winless, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like the Jets and Dolphins are in a. No, they'd have to lose to each other. Imagine niggas only get one win.
I'm just not gonna go winless.
Get Gino on a good day. I mean, Gino did beat the Patriots last year, so there is that.
I mean, the Jets won 3 games last year. Who was the quarterback?
They did win 3 games last year.
Who was the quarterback?
Who won games for the Jets last year? Them niggas started like 3 to 4 different quarterbacks.
Was that last year Justin Fields was still over there?
Was he still over there? Yeah, because he got the 2 for 40. Yeah, shout out to Justin Fields for getting paid. That's right.
Well, we don't even know who was quarterback, and they won 3 games. Niggas know Geno Smith at least.
That might not be a good thing though. Like niggas do know Geno Smith, but that might not be a good thing.
Niggas also know Geno Smith for the Jets.
This is true. Where do y'all stand on the AFC's the pretty much 2-horse race for the division? Unless somebody wants the brave take, like y'all could pick the Jets or the Dolphins for the division.
Nah, I got the Dolphins being the worst. I think I might have the Dolphins being worse than the Jets this year.
That's on the board.
The Dolphins are absolutely worse than the Jets.
The Dolphins.
The Jets.
Like,
I'll let you finish, Will. I'll let you finish.
Nah, you're good. I mean,
they both stink. Like,
yeah, I mean,
yes, the Dolphins are worse.
It ain't much to talk about between them two.
See,
So,
I don't think
I would put the Jets at the bottom. I'll put the Dolphins at the bottom. I got the Jets in third. Yeah, between New England and Buffalo. Maybe I'll lean New England winning the division again.
I look at this Jets roster, and I don't think the Jets are going to make the playoffs. I'm not saying that, but like the Jets aren't a terrible roster. One, I feel like if they had a quarterback that people could believe in, then they'd be looked at a little bit differently. And then a lot of people still don't really know what Aaron Glenn is. Like a lot of people think he's on one of the first coach fired lists, which is like I can't debate.
Do you think they well coached?
I can't debate that he isn't on the hot seat or that he is, because I don't even know if the Jets know what they got going on over there. But if you just look at this team, you look at the receiving room, you got Garrett Wilson, you got A.D. Mitchell, Omar Cooper, and Kenyon Sadiq, and Mason Taylor. It's like, I like that. I don't hate that at all. You got Olu Fashanu, who's shown himself to be a good left tackle. Membu was great last year. And then the interior of the line, if it's just a solid interior, you can do something with that. Brees is one of the best backs we got. And then defensively, the defense is still really good. They got rid of a lot of guys, let a lot of guys go, but Will McDonald was fucking really good, which is why they kept him over Jermaine Johnson. Tavondre Sweat, I think, is still really good, getting him from Tennessee. You got Demario Davis from the Saints, who still, even at his age and all these years, is still a really good linebacker, and I think can stabilize the defense. The back end, getting Minka's a big deal. Like, Minka's still really fucking good. Brandon Stevens is his own situation, but that might not even matter if, like, some of these younger guys that they've drafted can come in and make an impact. So, yeah, I think D'Angelo Pons is going to be good for them as well if he's healthy. Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying they'll be a 10-win team and make the playoffs, but I don't think we can put them in like the same conversations like the Dolphins or the Browns or something like that. And I don't even want to say that about the Browns because that's his own thing. I'm specifically talking about the Dolphins.
They're better than the Dolphins and the Cardinals. I'll give them that.
That exactly, precisely, that precisely. This obviously, like Justin said, this comes down to Buffalo and New England. And the New England thing is weird to me because I do think that the Vrabel shit can like weigh, and I do think it can have an impact on this team, just from a vibe standpoint. Obviously, they got A.J. Brown and Romeo Doubs is here. The receiving room's better than it was last year when they went to the Super Bowl. There's no reason to think that New England will be worse, but we always see there's one of the two Super Bowl teams have to take a step back, and I just don't see that being Seattle. So it kind of has to be New England to me by process, which leads me to think that Buffalo does win this division. Buffalo is better this year to me, specifically when you think about the receiving room on their end, getting DJ Moore there, which pushes Shakur to more of a number 2, a more natural place for him to be. The offensive line wasn't as good last year as it's been in years past, but I do think that can be improved. And defensively, you don't love the defense in Buffalo, but it hasn't, for as much shit as it gets, it's always finished as a top 10 defense by all the metrics. It's never been a defense that is just giving up 30 points all over the place. So I don't see why that changes this year either, especially adding the pieces that they added, getting a TJ Parker in the draft, signing the Bradley Chubb, and bringing in like a CJ Gardner-Johnson who always adds, something to the defenses he's on, and until he gets cut or traded or suspended for being CJ Gardner-Johnson. So,
It's a fact. He's like the John Smith of the NFL, high key.
Essentially. So yeah, I'd go with Buffalo to win this division, but I'll get to the playoffs of it all when we get to the end of the show. But New England is tricky for me.
Do you before Will goes real quick to the Buffalo point? Do you expect the defense? I said I think the defense takes a step back because of Sean McDermott no longer being there. Again, issues with him as a head coach. Cool. I also think historically, like if you're the nigga who just kept losing to Mahomes, I'm like 10 years down the road, it's like, all right, we get it. But I do think the defense takes a step back because he was a great DC. Like maybe issues as a head coach, but he was a great DC. Josh had multiple top 5 units with him.
In theory. But the players are still there at the end of the day. And they don't. If you're expecting this Buffalo offense to be really good, which I am personally, this doesn't have to be a defense that's great. It doesn't have to be like a top 6 defense. If this is the 13th ranked defense and Josh gets this to the 7th or 6th ranked offense, that's a win.
No, it's a fact. Will, who you got in the early Patriots versus Bills debate?
I think I'm leaning Patriots to win the division. And I think a lot of it too. I do like DJ Moore, the DJ Moore addition. Obviously, he came from Chicago, but I think Khalil Shakir is definitely more of a number 2, and I think initially they were hoping Keon Coleman was going to be able to kind of step into that number 1 role, and then they realized he was stupid. So I like the DJ Moore pickup. I think now obviously I do like the AJ Brown pickup a little bit more for the Patriots, but I just think they're gonna kind of keep getting better. But I didn't even think about the Vrabel point though until Tony mentioned it. I kind of forgot all about his whole little situation that he got going on. So I mean,
if they start bad,
interesting
that will
on how they
absolutely
impact the
matter.
team. Yeah, I mean they're gonna use it. They're gonna bring. If they start bad, it's definitely gonna become a more highlighted thing
They open at Seattle. They play Pittsburgh, and then back to back at Jacksonville, at Buffalo.
I'll be back.
We'll
in
know
30
by.
seconds.
I got you. We'll know by the time they get to Vegas. By the time they play Vegas on October 11th, we'll know what the vibes are after those first 4 weeks. And that's not to say the season's over, but we'll kind of have an idea of like what they either need to be better at, or it's all smoking, like it's all just what off-season bullshit. Like they are still rolling.
Yeah, I think it's excuse me, and this is if they start bad. I think because, and I always try to like not have super strong opinions on this because I'm not an offensive coordinator in the NFL. Excuse me. Is I think if, like Kyle Shanahan admitted he got into a car accident, and apparently the report is they're not giving us the full story because he admitted it was his fault and supposedly might be worse than what it looked like, right? I don't think that matters as much for someone like Kyle Shanahan, who the reason why he's considered a great head coach is because he's got the golden offensive playbook, right? Versus if you're a Mike Vrabel, if you're a Dan Campbell, these guys who feel like they're character guys and it's like the locker room and the environment, I feel like this kind of shit hurts them more because the number one thing you bring in is like you got to be believable. Like Kyle Shanahan could be a piece of shit. Like, again, I keep referencing. Denver's head coach is a piece of shit by all accounts. But if the playbook is good, niggas gonna keep listening to the playbook. Versus if you are a locker room guy or an environment guy and now you a piece of shit, it's much harder to believe you because it's like, what makes you believable in this moment? You know,
This New
especially
England schedule